Hello, welcome back to Games Broadcast and Bullshit for episode 13. Holy cow. I can't believe we're already on the 13th episode. I probably said the same thing about the 12th episode.
I can't believe anything.
It's wild, isn't it?
This whole world's wild to me, all right? So.
Time is, Jesus. I feel like we just started this like 2 weeks ago, and now here we are in almost
It's been
December.
more than 2 weeks.
Right? It's so God, time, man. I don't understand it. But anyway, my name is Wendy, better known as Bravo Chick on Twitch, and Bravo Chick 10 on Twitter and the Insta. So how's everyone doing? And yeah, welcome back to this here episode of the podcast. My fellow co-host Nick. What's up, Nick?
Oh, not too much, sitting here, and I'm excited to come talk and be part of this podcast here. We got a banger here. I wish we had more gaming news. It's hard to come across it right now. It's just that time of year, right? But
there's a lull in gaming news right now. But we did have a crap ton release 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel like we've definitely had a lot of gaming stuff like the past few months, for sure. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of on the come down a little bit as we head into the holiday season. Mm-hmm. But
So last episode it was kind of about all those game releases. I think we were looking at like Texas and Goat Simulator 3 and Warzone.
Yeah, Call of Duty Warzone. More on that in a bit.
And one other game, like it was like boom, 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 like everything out in that 1 week.
On PC.
Spider-Man, Miles Teller or something
Miles
like
Morales, all right.
Okay, that Miles. I'm getting my Miles mixed up here. So it was that, and then COD, and a lot of COD, and we introduced a new feature that's I think is going to be awesome going forward. We had chat interaction on the last podcast. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to hopefully some more chat interaction tonight. And I think it's going to be a new great thing for the podcast.
It's great. It's great. Everything's great. The podcast is great. You're all great.
We can all be great together.
But yeah, that's basically what happened last episode. You're totally correct. And here we go. We got a new podcast episode here today. And another week, we had to take another week because we had a Thanksgiving in the America. Yes. Not for me. I'm from Canada up here. I'm in Maple World, but
we had our Thanksgiving last week, and I'll be talking about that here a little later in the show.
Yeah, that's called the BS section for you guys.
Yeah. So I guess to kick things off, what you been playing there, Nick?
The most thing I've been playing has been Call of Duty Warzone. Mm-hmm. And I might as well just throw it out there. I'm gonna go on my rant right now. It's trash. It's so bad. It's so bad that I don't even want to stream it until they fix a lot of the issues going on with the game right now.
That bad?
Yeah.
What is bad about it? What's going on?
There is multiple crashes a day is the main thing. When you're playing Warzone, which is a battle royale, you got 150 people that, go in with nothing, but you start off with a pistol. You got nothing, right? You got to go in, you got to loot up, you got to get your gear, guns, all that, and you basically fight to the last person alive. So these games can be like half hour long, right? So the further you get along, the more adrenaline you get, and it gets pretty crazy. And the worst thing that can happen is you just get booted out without without a fight. You just crash to desktop. No more game. That's it. It's a very frustrating experience for sure.
That sucks. Oh man.
And it's not just me having this issue. It seems to be anybody trying to play it on PC. I think I've heard the consoles are crash free from what I've heard. So it's a PC related issue.
So it's a PC issue. That is interesting.
And it's been like 2 weeks now since it's come out, and I feel like the crashes are getting worse by the day. And I've also been watching like other streamers try to play, and there's a new feature in Warzone which is basically getting a nuke. And to get a nuke, all right, you have to win 5 games in a row back to back to back to back to back. And then after you win 5 games in a row, you get a quest where you can go in, like a contract. You go in, and then you got to collect a bunch of like elements and bring it to somewhere at the end of the game, and it'll launch a nuke, and you win the game with a nuke. It's actually
like
really cool.
Automatically?
Yeah, it's extremely hard because the entire time you grab these elements, you're painted with a big crown, and people can see you where you are 24/7.
So they're like, stop them from getting the nuke.
So it's been a really cool thing to watch, like these streamers try to get it, because it's a lot of good content. But every time somebody crashes out of the game, they lose their streak.
Oh, feels sad, man.
And
yeah,
this happens a lot. Like every time they get on the streak, especially when you're on game 4 and you won 4 in a row.
I was gonna say, I would be so pissed.
Yeah.
If I was at game 4 and it crashed the desktop, I would be raging. I would be like, uninstall this shit right now. Oh,
Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on. A lot of stuff like that. And there's just a ton of bugs in the game and a lot of balancing that needs to be fixed. It's not finished. And for a goddamn company that makes so much money, you know, and they keep putting new things into the store to get more money, right? More skins and everything. And it's just broken. It's still broken. They're not doing anything about it. So
that sucks. Because, you know, they have the money. They have the resources to fix these problems. But they're just like, kids are going to play it anyway. Why should we fix it, I guess? I don't know. Who makes these games? I honestly have no idea.
The multiplayer is good. I've been having fun with the multiplayer aspect of it, and like the original, like the one that you buy, all right? Because Warzone is free to play, and it's always been free to play. So the one that you buy, it actually works. It's all right. I've been having fun with it. That's when I was doing my camel grind. I was able to do like 12-hour streams, no problem. I was having fun the entire time.
Right.
So it's Warzone. I get 8 hours in and I want to rip my hair out just from everything going on in the game. So
yeah, there's nothing like a freaking game crash to really make you frustrated. So yeah, that really sucks. And hopefully they push out a fix for that soon.
Hopefully, we'll see. But that's been my rant, and that's basically what
I was gonna say. Is there anything else you want to rant about?
I've done a couple rants on here. I've gone on it like with Twitch.
Oh yeah,
and
we're very ranty, I guess. Yeah,
it's got to be said, you know, like I just
and like AAA titles and Warzone and yeah. But
I gotta put it out there, you know. I gotta let people know that this is an issue, and we gotta, put a stop to this stuff. Stop supporting these things. I did buy a skin on day 1 because I was excited. I did spend a little bit of money, but I will probably not be doing that for a while until they fix the game. And once I know that everything's good, then I'm like, now I'm confident to spend my money on the game. So. Okay. But.
Well, that is fair. So outside of Warzone, what have you been up to?
Well, Spider-Man. I did actually get that and played Spider-Man Miles Morales. And I had an incredible time playing it.
Spider-Man Miles Teller. Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
It was such a fun game. I did enjoy the other Spider-Man too from not two, but like the other one, the original one. That was a lot of fun. Played through that, and Miles Morales is just as good. So
interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to I guess watching those videos on your YouTubes.
It's already up. So
already there.
The whole thing. It's all one video. All there.
Really?
7.5 hours or
all
something.
Of it.
It's one video.
Oh, I didn't know you like bookended it in one stream or whatever.
No, I didn't do it in one stream. I actually I put it together and then I uploaded it already. It's already done.
Oh, the whole thing.
The whole thing. I'm already done. I'm done the game. It's like 7.5 hours of story. Okay. So, because I cut out, did I cut out? Usually I'm just trying to put in the story of there. So it's about a 7.5 hour game for someone. I played on like the highest difficulty. So
it's kind of weird thinking of Spider-Man and not being Peter Parker, though. I will say that, like that's. But I'm sure maybe it'll bring a new spin to Spider-Man or something like that. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch it and see.
Well, so like Miles Morales, it was actually it was like a comic spin-off, and they actually did I think what kind of movie was it? It was like a animation. It was an animation film. So there is, I think it's called Into the Spider-Verse or something along those lines. And it was the story of Miles Morales. So it is on the screen. it is on the televisions of movies or whatever. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
I've been back to Far Cry as well because it's been quite a few months since I
Yeah.
played Far
you
Cry.
Started that and then kind of got away from it a little bit.
I can't remember what came. Something started, and I think I got onto like Factorial or something like that. I just started.
That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
it was about the time back in the summer when I started to get into that, and kind of put Far Cry onto the burner, and here we are. We're back to it, so we're trying to finish
You're on the
Far Cry 4.
Fourth one. Yeah. That was the one I played a little bit. I actually got Far Cry 4 free when I bought my 970. So that shows, I guess, how old that game is. But I think it's
2014,
a good game,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, I think it was a good game. I didn't finish it, but I played a good bit of it and I enjoyed it. I don't know why I didn't finish it because I'm bad about finishing things, I guess. Like I'll start a television, like start binging something on Netflix or something. I get to the last season and I just don't watch it. It's a very bad habit to get into, I will say.
Yeah, I could be like that too, but I'm also like the type of person where I need to finish one thing before I move on to another thing. Like I need it.
I think with me, it's like something is so good and I don't want it to end. Like I did it specifically with MASH. When MASH was on Netflix, I watched all of it but the last season. And it was like, I loved it so much, I never did watch that last season. Then they took it off of Netflix and it was off there for the longest time. Then I got Hulu and it was on there. So I was like, okay. I actually started it all over from the beginning and watched it and finally finished the last season. And
Well, see, you
I was
finished
glad.
something.
I was glad because it's so good. It's so good.
Then there's been a game that I played with you,
Yes.
and that was a lot of fun. So,
Goat Simulator 3. Whoop whoop.
that was such a
whoop,
funny
I'm a
game, and like I can't wait to like maybe have another night of maybe a few drinks or something. We get together.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe have like 4 people or something, have a full game on there. It would be so nice to get Trucker DJ and Sintog and you and I actually
agree.
together for a night
It's, what's the max on
4.
on Goat Sim 4? Aw. Because I was thinking, roping Tindrick and Bryant into that would be really fun too.
Hell yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Actually, we probably have a higher chance of you and I and those two being able to get into a game than
This is true.
Trucker
because
DJ and Sintog.
Because they're professional truckers.
Yeah.
And so trying to get all our schedules aligned is
Yeah, and they're like over the road or
Yes.
something, so they're all over the
Yeah.
country and they can be away for weeks at a time. So
Yeah. Yes, Noctilucent. I know the Coca-Cola is backwards and it's driving me as crazy as it's probably driving you. I don't know why it's backwards.
it's good on my end.
That is so weird because even on Discord, it's like backwards. But
Yeah.
it's good on your.
Yeah.
I can't obsess about it, otherwise, it'll drive me crazy. What's up there, Puberta? How you doing today? And Road Dog, thanks so much. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Welcome to Games Broadcast Bullshit with Wendy and Nick. So, yeah, I guess that's all that you've been playing. I've been playing a lot of Texas, a lot of American Truck Simulator Texas. Really enjoying it. I think with every state that comes out, man, ATS just becomes more playable. It's just
The map
so
is
great.
definitely expanding. There's
It
lots
is,
there
and
now.
Texas is huge. Like it
Yeah.
is so big.
I did enjoy
It takes about 1,000 miles to get from Brownsville to New Mexico.
That sounds about right.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
I played a little bit, and I'm definitely, down to play more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I wanted a truck every day this week, and I did Monday. But then
Hey, one
yesterday, yesterday I had a little wrench thrown into the plan. I was supposed to, what I thought, I was supposed to go get blood work done, but I ended up being there longer. I'll get into that in the BS section, but yeah, didn't get to stream yesterday, and today's the podcast. But tomorrow I definitely plan on getting back and doing some more trucking on the roads. I think Tindrick is gonna come and roll with us, so
hey, let's go. You might see me there. Who knows?
yeah, that'd be
might stop
great.
in.
That's something I wanted to talk about. For a good year now, we've primarily, when it comes to multiplayer, we've been playing SES Convoy mode, and I love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun, but I will say, here lately anyway, I've been getting more back into Truckers MP. I don't know why. It's not like the the servers for American Truck Simulator have had like a population boom or anything. They're still, pretty low numbers, but I guess sometimes that traffic can just be so aggravating, in SES convoy mode. I swear the traffic is more aggressive and more aggravating in the convoy mode than it is single player. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I also find it's been getting worse over the time. Like I'm sure they're doing updates to improve the AI traffic, but I think we've gone over this before where they're a little too realistic. All right.
Yeah.
Because I'll get in my car, I'll drive around, and people already make me mad. People don't know how to drive, blah 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 blah. And then after a day of that, I'll get on Truck Simulator, and I got to deal with it all over again inside a video game. I'm like, oh my god, right?
Yeah, it's just frustrating.
They don't know how to drive, so.
And with Truckers MP, there's no traffic, and I don't know, it's just kind of nice, especially streaming. I can just get on there and cruise and watch chat and hang out that way. And
yeah, 100%.
It's just easier and more fun that way. I still love playing single player, and I want to get back to playing on my single player modded profile for sure. And I need to start a new profile for regular multiplayer because I know you and Trucker DJ have both started new profiles, so I need to do that and try to get caught up.
Start a new profile because I just feel like I'm trying to move things over and from other I've reset Windows a few times. I'm trying to transfer my files over, and then I've got like 20 different profiles in there. This time I just said, you know what, wipe everything, start new. I don't need.
That would kill me.
I don't need my old stuff. Whatever. It's gone. It's in the past. Yeah. It's memories now.
That one time, we did play Goat Simulator, and we tried to play Plate Up. Because I love that game so much, but Trucker's computer does not like him for some weird reason.
Something on that end, it's not working for him. So, because you and I were able to get into a game, and I think I tried to play with Trucker DJ once before, and it was the same issue. He wasn't able to join.
I was wondering what would happen if he hosted it.
I've tried that. I've tried to get him to host, and I join in, and I don't know, it didn't work.
That is so weird. But anyway.
What's going on, Ken?
Yeah, but Goat Simulator is so much fun. It's such a crazy party game.
I've never played Goat Simulator before, right? Like they had
neither.
two. I think Goat Simulator and Goat Simulator 2, right? So
I'm not sure if there was a 2. I feel like they just did in coffee stain studio fashion. They just went from 1 to 3.
Maybe you're right. Oh yeah, okay.
Because I remember seeing the original Goat Simulator, and I'm thinking, it wasn't as graphically pleasing for one thing, and for another, I'm like, it looked buggy and, kind of poorly done. But the third, like the newest one, man, it is chef's kiss. It's everything you want in a party game and more, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, there's like tons of mini games. I'm sure the first one is the same, but like to have a modern version and, it runs great, so.
You can, steal a car as a goat and drive as a goat. I can, use my tongue to carry Trucker or Nick around anywhere I want to go.
My favorite was trying to get the thing so my goat went flying through the air. I just kept doing that over and over again. I just love launching my goat through the air. It's not the same way over and over again, just finding different ways to make my goat just go flying was
right. So much fun.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. And yeah, it's definitely a good game. Maybe you're playing and with a group of friends or something, and you just want a game to just kick back and just do some random stuff on it. Who knows what you're gonna do on that game, right?
Totally random stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had already left for the night, but I think you and Trucker went into like a yoga studio or something like that, and it was so funny because I was in your stream, and I was like, no, I can't believe I missed out on that because that was so freaking funny.
Yeah, it was, the guy speaking was just hilarious. I can't even remember everything he said. I was laughing the entire time trying to listen to this guy. Yeah. But that's Ghost Sim for you. It's great.
Yeah, that's Ghost Sim. Great game. As far as gaming news, I don't know if we said it last episode, but Oklahoma will be the next state for American Truck Simulator. So woohoo, let's go Okie. Looking at Oklahoma on the map as compared to all the other states, it's fairly It's a, a lot smaller. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I expect Oklahoma to be out by the end of spring.
I would probably agree with that. I've already seen they're posting videos of stuff and they're posting content on Oklahoma, right? So they're getting to work at it.
Oklahoma,
So
where the wind comes swooping down the plains.
so when it comes to American Truck Simulator, as you know,
Yep.
a veteran in the trucking of ATS yourself, there. Is there anything else you want to see in the game other than, like, of course, the other states that are coming? But is there anything else outside of states that you would like to see?
Oh yeah, I would love to see the trucks get dirty. I would love to see a more variety of trucks. Like I'd love to drive like a dump truck or a rigid truck, as I think they're called, like a rigid body, where you don't necessarily have a trailer, but it's like all in one system. I think that would be fun. I would like to see a change to the game economics because I think the game is way too easy as it sits.
Maybe like you can choose the difficulty, maybe, or something.
Yes,
like an
yes.
easy economy if you want that, or a tough economy. That'd be
Like a
neat.
really tough economy mode.
Like a
would be
realistic
awesome.
economy or something like that, something along those.
Because like it'll have you delivering soda from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Seattle, Washington. And you're making like $90,000 off that load. Now that
could buy a
load
truck
may
almost
be
like that.
that may be like what the load is worth, but that's not what the driver is getting. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would love to see a more difficult economy mode. I would also like to see how do I phrase this? Geographically appropriate weather, I guess.
Yeah.
So in Montana, and up north, maybe you'd get some snow.
Yeah,
but,
when you go up like the mountains and all that.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't get snow in like, I don't know, like El Paso, Texas or something like that. That's the kind of stuff.
I think like a realistic, climate system in the game would be freaking awesome.
I think so too.
That'd be wicked.
They have signs. They're like, there's signs that'll be like caution, severe winds. It would be so cool because I've been in a big rig, and stiff winded. You do that wind throws that trailer around, and you can definitely feel it.
Could you imagine something like Flight Sim has, where it picks up the weather that's currently in that location and it brings it into the game?
That's the dream right there. That is the dream right there.
Right?
That would be amazing.
Because I think that's so cool about Flight Sim, where if there's a hurricane going on, you can go take your plane to where the hurricane is and fly through it, basically.
Literally fly through it, yeah.
Ken here says that seeing your workers on the road in single player, like actually on the road driving, that would be really neat to see too.
That would be cool. And I know the big one that a lot of people want. It's not something I've wanted necessarily, but I know a lot of people would like to be able to get out of their truck, and to do I guess go back there and manually hook up your airlines and lower your trailer and all that jazz. But I mean, I wouldn't hate it if that happened. I think that'd be great. But there's other stuff I'd like to see before that, like the geographically appropriate weather and such.
Like they definitely have the more arcadey approach to the simulator.
They do. They do. Mm-hmm.
Which is totally okay. Like it works out.
Yeah.
You jump in your truck and.
Right.
But.
Jelly Bean says more than just in the garage. Yeah, I think it would be cool if you could go repair your truck at your garages and it would be a lot cheaper. That would be a cool little thing.
Oh, okay. Here's another thing. You remember how we were talking about like the ultimate game, where all the simulators into one? Could you imagine like mechanic simulator like in there too? So you bring your.
So cool.
Oh my God.
Truck dealers, or tractor dealers, or plane dealer, because someone's got to sell these things too. Like it's just the big MMO of simulators. You'd have city planners planning out. Okay, the farm's over there. Gonna put that there.
It's coming. It's got to be. Someone's already got to be working on it. I swear. Someone's got to be.
Yeah, but like if someone just started it yesterday, that's gonna be at least a 10-year project because. It's a big project.
I'm gonna have to become like a Cyberman to be able to live long enough to see this game.
Probably, yeah. It's crazy.
Hard
City
Truck
Briber
Series.
Simulator. Just make Roy a real game.
What's the Hard Truck Series? Do you know what that is?
Back in Hard Truck Series. I have no idea. You talking about like the 18 wheels of steel there, kid?
Maybe that's what it is.
Roy
I think that makes sense, right? That's what I'm thinking of.
What is Roy? Who is Roy? You talk about my Uncle Roy. An Uncle Roy simulator. Oh, that would be interesting. You haven't seen that? No, I haven't seen that episode of Rick and Morty yet. Nope, not yet. I'll have to get on that. But that's kind of all the game news we have. Like I said, it's kind of dry out there right now. There was some stuff out there, but nothing that I personally felt kind of newsworthy for the podcast.
Yeah, if there's anything maybe you guys want to share in the gaming world, feel free, right? Maybe there's a game that you maybe want us to talk about on here, right? Because for the most part, I try to get as much information as possible, but obviously, you know, the information I get is more geared towards the games that I play.
Exactly, same.
And
it's like I told Nick, I was like, I seen something about Fortnite, but I was like, who cares about that? Meh.
That game is old now, right? So I'm sorry, but it's aging. It's aging. Let's be real now. It's time to put that game to rest.
Can we tell Fortnite to look at the pretty flowers and then bam?
I'm down.
But no, I'm sure that you know, if you're a Fortnite fan and you enjoy playing that game, you know, I'm glad you enjoy it. But it's not for me per se. But yeah, I know a lot of people that do enjoy that game, that enjoy raging at that game, and but I'm just not one of them folk. I almost did play Fortnite when it first came out. One of my streamer friends was playing it, and I came like that close to picking up Fortnite, and I was just like, no, I don't think I'll enjoy it. But I came pretty close to getting it.
I played a little bit. Like I couldn't play. I couldn't get into it. Obviously, I tried it out because you know there's people I know that are playing it. They asked me, so I start playing a little bit. I don't know. I remember, I think running around, like pushing somebody around in a shopping cart or something. I don't. And then like the battle royale, right? So I'm like getting near the end, and then I'm gonna get into a battle with somebody. Well, I'm a person that plays video games, and I know how to shoot a gun. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I can aim and whatnot. I'm good. I'm looking at this guy, and the next thing you know, there's like a freaking skyscraper in front of me because all that game was how fast can you build like a skyscraper, and I don't know. I'm like, all right, I've had enough of this.
Is it kind of like I think like I don't know, PUBG meets Minecraft kind of thing?
I wouldn't even bring PUBG into it. And yeah, it's the same like
how dare you?
It's battle royale,
like
but like
Bravo.
it has nothing. It's not the same. So the premise is like the very, very base mechanic is the same, that it's a battle royale, 100 people, last one alive wins, but everything about it was like different. So oh yeah, it was hard truck. 18 wheels of steel had the workers thing, is what Ken was saying. Well,
that's pretty cool. I didn't get to play those games.
I played a little bit, but I just remember the ice road one. There was like an ice road trucker. So I remember doing that one. That's it.
Yeah, I missed over those games, but I'm pretty sure by the time those games were out, I was longing and wishing there was a good trucking game. But I was still more like console oriented at the time and not really on the PC games that much. There was a time there for a while. I thought Steam was a virus. So I kept on installing it. I'm like, why does the Steam keep coming back? What is it? Get this off of my computer right now.
It was trying to find its new host.
It did. It was like, no, you love me. You're going to love me. Just wait. You're going to pour so much money into me and get so many games, and then you're only going to play like 3.
Alaskan Truck Simulator. No, not Alaskan. It was like 18 wheels of steel, and this was many years ago. And there was like, you could drive on ice, like an ice road or something. So Alaskan Truck Simulator is that new game that like just came out.
It's the new one, yeah.
Where you can get out of your truck and hook up the wires and stuff.
Is that still in like demo mode, or can you play it properly now?
I think that's out. No, well, maybe I'm wrong. No, it's not out. No, it's planned for next year now.
That game, Jesus, that game it has been on my Steam wish list for like 4 years or something crazy like that. Sheesh.
Yeah, but so
anyway,
what are we doing next week? What are we doing? You and I.
Next week is next Thursday, December 8th, 2022 is the Game Awards, and we're gonna kind of have like a GBBS live special. So the Game Awards are going to kind of be co-hosted by Nick and I, but, on our channels respectively.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be fun.
We're going to be on Twitch, and we're going to be basically streaming. We're going to have the video of the Game Awards show, and we're going to be kind of doing a commentary over top of it.
Yeah, commentary.
Hanging out with you guys. And
I mean, maybe we will actually co-host the Gaming Awards one day. That would be kind of fun. That'd be cool. But, until that happens, we're going to just, do our little spin on it.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what time it's at. Usually they do it in the evening hours.
Yeah, my guess would be like 7 or 8 p.m.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's roughly when they're going to do it. So.
And can't you go vote right now? It's something I need to do, actually.
Yeah, so you can vote on the website.
On the Game Awards.
thegameawards.com, or
there you go.
On Steam. You can do it through Steam as well. You can vote for your games on Steam. So.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that's something I need to do. Epic deals going on right now. Star Wars Squadrons is free on Epic right now, and it's like a $40 game, so I just picked it up.
That's pretty good.
Cool.
I
don't know if I'll ever play it, but if I ever decide to,
things.
it's going to be there. And then pretty sure Epic will be giving away one free game every day in December, so tune into that.
They're doing their annual Christmas thing where I think how they did it, I'm not sure on the exact thing, but they might do like one free game a day or something for like a specific time frame. I haven't been able to read up exactly what they're going to do. I don't know if people know exactly what they're going to do, but just keep an eye out in the Epic Game Store during December. You might see some good deals for free games there.
Free games.
They are usually pretty good with that. So, and a lot of times it's actually a pretty good game that comes on there. Every once in a while there'll be a really good game that's pretty popular.
I have picked up some really good games through the Epic free games thing. Like,
same.
Yeah, some of them are kind of meh. You're gonna pass over that, or it's free. I may as well grab it, right? But like, I have picked up some pretty good titles, so it's kind of cool.
Look, I don't like downloading a whole other launcher for my games, just as much as you do. But hey, when something's free, sometimes we gotta just do it anyway.
Epic catches a lot of hate, and I'm not sure why. Like,
I hate their launcher. Terrible launcher. I'm sorry, but
weird. I've never had any problem with them. Why? It
takes 9 years to open. I swear, you sit on there and it's loading forever. I'm doing it right now. I'm watching the load. It's loading. It's taking forever.
Oh, it's loading. It's loading. It's loading.
Their download manager is crap. How to look through your games in the library, I just don't like. I don't know if it's because I'm used to Steam.
Yeah.
I guess I'm also comparing to Steam, right? Like Steam has such a good interface. Everything's done.
Says, black screen simulator is what.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But
I still It's my second favorite game launcher, just because I can't stand any of the other ones, like the EA one, or the one for Blizzard, or what is it, Uplay, or is Uplay for Blizzard? I don't even know.
No,
don't care.
That's
can't
different.
stand them. They're awful. I wish everything was still through Steam. Like, if I can get something through Steam, gimme. But yeah.
Use Epic more than Steam. Interesting.
Interesting, Ken.
Interesting, because most people I know.
Horrible. I agree, Tinder. Uplay is trash. So is the app. So is the EA game launcher. So is their games.
Yeah.
Yes, EA can suck it. But
yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we've definitely had an EA rant on this stream.
Oh, yeah.
We've had an Ubisoft rant.
Yeah.
Uplay is gone. It's now Ubisoft Connect. Exactly. They renamed it. It's the same launcher.
EA
it's just renamed.
EA did the same thing, because EA had Origin, which was trash.
But they have a whole different launcher. It's completely different.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
it's completely different.
Uplay is just pretty much renamed. It's like slightly changed, like the visuals are kind of changed, but I'm pretty sure the core of the launcher is the exact same. That's how it's
probably
always
like
been.
a Rockstar launcher or something like that. There, Jelly Bean would be my guess.
Oh, every game's got to have their own launcher now.
I know, and it's so aggravating. Even
Just-
like Cities Skylines. I can't just load Cities Skylines and play it anymore. I load Cities Skylines and it launches a launcher.
You know why
I'm
they do
like,
that,
okay,
right?
I need a launcher from a launcher because launchception. Why?
Because they want you to make an account so you can give them all your information so they can sell it for money.
I think so too. There is a lot of information farming these days, and it's kind of wild.
That's crazy. It's crazy. You know, every company, you know, every time you go shop in a store, can I get your email so we can sign you up?
Oh God, yes. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. So much stuff, and then you make accounts everywhere you go. They want you to make an account so they can get more information from you, and then they can sell it to marketers. So we get even more ads in our face. That's all it is. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen. Well, I'll save this. Let me make a.
GOG best one. GOG is a good launcher. Just they don't have like the games
I've
on
never
there.
heard of GOG launcher. I don't guess.
It's good. A
I'll
lot of
take
people,
your word for it.
but it's just not used. It's just not used for very much. So. Oh well, more rants. What can we do?
More rants, yeah. More shitting on things. I feel like that's becoming our specialty. Pretty soon, they will just pull all the info straight from your phone when you buy anything at a store. It says Noctilucent. Probably. I mean, yeah. Old stuff, but hey.
They probably do.
Sometimes the old stuff is the best stuff. What's up there, Andy? How are you doing? Gosh, you're up late. Sheesh, burning that midnight oil there, Andy. But that kind of wraps up the news. Like I said, if anyone else has anything that they want to share with us, news-wise, let us, throw it on out there. We'd love to hear it.
Of course.
Oh, I forgot a game that I did play. I played a little bit of Stray a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I do remember you saying this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more or less. I watched more of it, but I did play a little bit of it. It's such a cute game.
Yeah, Stray. I enjoyed
that
playing that game a ton. It was a lot of fun. I think I remember people were like, "Oh, Stray should be up for Game of the Year." I'm like, you know what? Stray was a fantastic game. It was really good in the way that it was delivered. But I'm like, in no way.
You said that.
Sorry?
I'm pretty sure you said it should be up for Game of the Year.
Yeah, no, I changed my mind. After I was just when I played that game, like when it first came out, I'm like, oh, this is so good. This is great.
Yeah.
And then like the more I think about it, and the more I look back, it's like, no,
Maybe
it shouldn't. I don't even think it should be on the nomination for Game of the Year.
Well, maybe it could win like one of the other.
Oh, 100%. I think that for sure it should win. There's many other awards that it can be awarded. 100%.
Right.
But yeah, for Game of the Year, there's definitely many other games that should be up on that list. Like,
go vote your Asa.
I think it's going to be a spin-off between God of War, Ragnarok, and Elden Ring. So.
All right. I've heard a lot about Elden Ring, so yeah, that might be a good call.
So that's what
Andy says, Campus getting its first DLC soonish. Campus.
2 Point Campus.
Oh, 2 Point Campus.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I don't really.
Those
are like.
I have
I'm
that
not
game
really
on my
crazy
wish
about
list.
those games, but yeah, 2 Point Campus. I remember when 2 Point Hospital came out, and Andy was like, "Oh my God, you never played it," and then he gifted it to me, and then I played it, and I'm like, I don't like this. I'm sorry, Andy.
Honestly, I would play 2 Point Campus. But it's like I got many other games that are above it on my list. You know what I'm saying?
Same. Same. I'm like, yeah, so many games and not enough time. So that's why I'm just like, I've pretty much decided I'm just going to stick to American Truck Simulator and Farming Simulator for the foreseeable future.
I just found out the time for the Game Awards show. It's 7:30 Eastern time.
All right. So maybe we'll do a little pre-show. Be here around 7 o'clock next Thursday.
Exactly. We'll see. We'll put out definitely an announcement on the socials.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll put something together and we'll announce it. But it is a week and a day away.
I'm gonna dress fancy. So are you gonna put on a suit? It's an award show. You
Duh.
can dress
No, I'm
fancy. Yeah.
yeah, maybe we'll see.
Be like, who are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Yeah, I'll be
some red
I'll be
carpet
like
down.
I'll do like a big like opening. I'll be like, and now presenting Nickinator, and then like the screens will open, and then like it'll be me on my camera.
You get one of those boards, like, you know, like when people go to an award show, they stand by this board, and usually, like for this, it'll say like, Game of the Year Awards 2022, you know, sponsored by Aflac or Geico, and you just stand there like, you know, and you comment on like what all of the celebrities are wearing, like, oh my God, what is Lady Gaga doing this year? Oh, at least it's not another meat suit.
He'll put his best hoodie on. Actually, this is the first time I've worn a hoodie in like a while. I usually dress pretty good. So I usually dress pretty good. I usually got my button down or whatever on. So
I know I've been rocking my my Atlanta Braves World Series jacket a couple times already this year, and I'm loving it because I finally get to wear.
It's definitely the cold season. So
I bet does it stay cold in the basement?
No, it's actually, you know, this house is pretty warm. But I mean, if I told you the temperature right now, you'd be like, that's cold.
That's cold.
It is for the Fahrenheit. It's 67.
That's not fine.
19 Celsius, which I find is fairly comfortable. It's like on the lower end of comfortable.
That's like good if you grab a blanket or, you know, cozy up with someone. That's perfect.
Yeah, my hands definitely get cold at this temperature. Like I definitely.
Oh yeah, my hands. It could be like 85 degrees outside. My hands will be cold.
But other than that, like the average temperature is more like closer to like 70, 72. Is usually the average temperature, especially like once I start streaming and I'm playing games and stuff, it definitely warms up a little bit in this room.
Yeah.
And
The computer puts off an awful lot of heat, so.
Oh yeah, like I just put my hand next to my PC usually when I'm gaming, and you know it's my hand warmer right there.
I know, Andy. I don't know why it looks like that. I swear, it's weird. Anyway.
So.
You got any stream talk? Because apparently I do not. I didn't put anything in this section.
No, I don't got stream talk.
Stream talk. We got stream talk.
Quit streaming, guys. Just quit.
Right just quit. Just
stop making so much competition on this.
Run as fast as you can. These platforms are flooded. No one is going to watch you. You're never gonna get to 50 likes. Who do you think you are? You want to get affiliate? Ha! You're. Oh no, I'm kidding. I think people should stream. I know. I've gotten a lot out of streaming. It's built my self-confidence, and it's something to always look forward to. You know, and yeah, there's my stream talk.
Yeah, I love when people, you know, my community shows up and you know says hi, and you know it's great. So
yeah, it is. It's
really great.
It's nice to see, you know.
You might even make a few friends
coming around. Yeah, it's nice to see new folks coming around, and it's also nice seeing, you know, all those names you usually see day in day out on your streams. It's like, oh, what's up? How you doing, old friend? Good to see you.
100%, right? So
yeah, so rewarding. Such a rewarding hobby.
Like if it wasn't for the people, I don't know if I could come back on and hit the start stream. No, I'm saying. I do it like I usually when I start playing games and stuff, I'm like, well, I'll come on, I'll stream, and you know, somebody wants to watch, they want to watch. If not, well, I'm playing my game.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, that's usually what I try to think. I'm like, well, I'm gonna play a game. I may as well stream anyway.
Yeah.
Tiny scuff stream from me once. There, Jelly Bean. Tindrick's like, oh, sleeping dog, sleeping dog, sleeping dog. But yeah, that's a stream.
I do like a special occasion kind of thing once in a while.
I need to plan my next first stream.
Yeah, what the heck is that? It's been over a month now. Come on, like, you know, get your shit together.
I do. I need to. Andy, it's time for you to actually, you know, move over here and become my real manager. So, yeah, go ahead and start getting that paperwork in for that green card, because I needed to come over here and, you know, start picking up some of this slack. You know what I mean? So that'd be great.
If you want to start streaming, just hit the start stream button and see where it goes, you know?
There you go.
Maybe you'll learn a thing or two or whatever, but if you've already started streaming, stream more. Or,
there you go.
You know, just don't make it kill you, all right? Balance of life is definitely what you want to aim for.
Everything in moderation.
I am
Don't let
not
it
good at
kill
that.
you unless it's your job. If your job is streaming, then let it kill you like any other job. But if it isn't your job, if it's just your hobby, then just enjoy it.
Look, it can definitely be addicting because I've been there, I've done it. And every once in a while, I have this thing where I'm like, all right, stream. Like, that's all I'm thinking about, right? And
Yep.
it can become an addiction. I will say that. And
Yeah,
that's
it
all
can.
right. But yeah, I don't know.
We're just mumbling and fumbling along this now.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm bad at, like, I can say, you know, whatever, like, don't make it don't become addicted to it and all that, right? But I will fall in and I do the same thing. I will. So it's definitely hard.
And stream burnout is a real thing too. You can get to where you're streaming so much that you kind of get burnout on it as well. Like anything, you know, like any other thing in life that you can get burnout on.
100%. I get burned out being in front of my PC.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get so tired of looking at screens, and it seems like sometimes you can't get away from it. Like everywhere you go, there's a screen. It's like, these screens are looking at me.
I know. I go to
Away
bed
from
looking
them.
at a screen. I wake up looking at one. All day I'm looking at one. It's like, I don't know.
No.
This is my
Get
life
out,
now, I
touch
guess.
grass.
It's my life.
That's all Tendrick says. That's all he ever does is look at screens. That's what it feels like.
It's terrible.
No wonder
so
we're
bad.
all insomniacs. They're all just constantly looking at the screens.
Basically, yeah. It's bad. Sometimes I can't even go to sleep unless I'm watching something, right? So
Oh, I have to have something on my iPad playing, you know, to fall asleep.
see,
I
for
swear.
some nights I can get away with not having to watch something. I'll go to sleep. Like, I could definitely read a book and fall asleep, no problem. Actually, I'd probably
That's
get a better night's
something-
sleep.
That's something that I need to strive to do because I added like 3 books to my book list today. And I'm like, man, this list is getting long, and I need to finish the one that I started like 4 months ago.
Oh yeah, I got a large list too, so I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got I'm working on that what's it, the Rick Riordan stuff, the Percy Jackson stuff still, right?
I'm still on that educator to memoir book. It's so good. I don't know why I don't just read it. Because I enjoy it. It's good. I just
There's
need
some
to
advice for you. Read some
put in
damn
the time.
books. All right.
read some damn books.
Get off your phone.
put
For
the-
God's sakes, why are you even listening to this podcast right now?
Put the damn no. Listen to the podcast. Share it with your friends. Give us a 5-star rating. Your fault for reading War and Peace.
If you don't fall
I think
asleep
it's really
listening to
good.
this podcast, I don't even know how you're
what
alive.
are you doing with that? Yeah, and you can go to anchor.fm/GBBS to get all the previous episodes all in one place.
There's
or
about
look
18
for them.
hours worth of us on there.
Oh my god. You could have 18 hours worth of Wendy and Nick. Ooh,
I think
doesn't that
that's-
sound like fun?
I think that's roughly where we're at, but
Holy Jesus.
no, I was talking to Sintog a little bit too, and he was talking about his trucking and all that, and he's like, I feel like I'm starting to go, like, my brain's getting mush. I said, well, you're sitting in a truck and you're just basically thinking about nothing all day. You're just driving. It's the same thing.
I constantly think while I'm driving, I'm like, check my mirrors. Like,
Well, it's
my
it's
mind
the
is
same
very
thing.
much involved with driving.
Yes,
though.
yeah, it's like the same thing, right? It's the same thing almost every day, right? Check your mirrors, cars, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of made a suggestion. I said audiobook would be perfect, right? It would get your mind, thinking maybe a little bit more creatively, at least a little bit more active in a different sense, and it's not the same thing every day, right?
I agree.
And I think audiobooks would be perfect for that. Or even
Audiobooks
podcasts.
are
Listen to
awesome.
podcasts are good too.
Yeah.
But audiobooks would be good, podcasts, anything you can listen to that kind of brings your mind into, thinking creatively or, about the world. Sometimes I don't even want to go there, but
Ugh. That's one reason why I do enjoy streaming. It's like getting away from the world. So, because I don't really like talking real world issues while I'm streaming, because I want my stream to be that place where everyone can get away, de-stress, not think about it, and just, enjoy it.
Exactly.
Ooh, I get to swords.
But like,
I don't want any of your promotions for channel. No, like,
oh,
go
but
away.
yeah, actually, I do got another thing I will talk about broadcasting here after I finish this
Go
thought.
away, one box combo. No one wants that shit.
I will say that, like, for some people, audiobooks, like, I can't really do audiobooks because when I think of a book, I want to actually read it and go at my own pace and kind of sometimes I read a paragraph over again, or I don't know, it's kind of different for me. I can't really do audiobooks, but I can do podcasts. So maybe that's what it is for you. Maybe you don't like audiobooks, but you're driving all day or got to do this task where you can't like actually read something, so you need to listen to something. And podcasts could be it. You could find there's so many podcasts out there, right? There's
so
Games
many.
Broadcasting
Like,
and
it's
BS.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know of.
Yeah, like there's some guy named like Joe Fogan or something like that.
Yeah, something
seems
like that.
People like.
Yeah.
He can be a bit oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial sometimes.
That's
something we like to
people like
talk
that
about
stuff, right?
sometimes.
So
Yeah, I mean, not to lose, it says knowledge fight. Yeah, abrupt. Yeah, abrasive, I think is a good word to describe Joe. I don't listen to him all the time, but if he's interviewing someone that I find interesting, like I think he just recently did one with everyone's favorite doom and gloom guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson. So I might go listen to that one. And one of my favorite podcasts, apart from GBBS, of course, is The Burt Show, which is actually a morning radio show here in Atlanta, but they turned it into a podcast, and it's really good. They're really silly and funny, and they come up with some crazy things to talk about on there.
I've actually
Oh, you're saying Knowledge Fight is your favorite podcast? Okay, I didn't know that.
didn't even hear of it. So there's so many podcasts,
okay.
right? Like there's one for everybody. There's got to be, right? I do know I've enjoyed listening to podcasts of content creators that I've watched play video games or like stream YouTube or whatever. I actually enjoy watching their podcasts or listening to their podcasts rather. It kind of, incorporates me into a world that's not just gaming, but still being able to support them or watch them because I'm interested in them, right? So
yeah, for sure.
check out, see if any content creators of yours are making podcasts. But what I wanted to say is when you were talking about banning that guy on Twitch about the promotion of something, it kind of reminded me of something I wanted to talk about. And it's the promotion of graphics like designs and stuff. Holy moly. I swear it's getting out of hand. It's getting worse and worse as time goes on.
I would like if I was a brand new streamer, I wouldn't even go to those people because I feel like that's just a scam waiting to happen anyway. Like Fiverr is your best bet when it comes to stuff like that.
I'm gonna read off this conversation I had. Somebody messaged me on Instagram. It was
a real person.
Yeah, somebody messaged me on Instagram and went, "Hey." I went, "Hey." I said, and then right away I said, "Is this just to sell graphics?" They went, "No." I go, "Okay, what's up?" And then they go, "Good. What about you?" I go, "Okay, that's not what I asked, but okay." I said, "Yeah, I'm good. How's streaming going?" "It's good." Like that was the conversation. Then I get, "Can I ask you something?" I go, "Yeah, sure. Do you have all streaming essentials?" And I just went, LOL. Because I'm like, for fuck, I just asked if this was just to sell graphics. They went, "No." I'm like, I already knew, but.
We do alerts too. God, I have yet, like, I don't know, I don't have much of an Instagram presence, so I haven't had anything like that. But yeah, you get these things, ooh, you can buy followers and viewers, and it's like, yeah, let me just go ahead and totally do that real quick, like, because I'm a fucking loser and I can't get the real ones. Like, come on now. So don't, my advice is when you get, if you are a streamer or a content creator and you get that kind of stuff in your DMs, or in your chat room, don't do it.
When I get in I can
Don't.
handle a
I ban
DM,
'em.
whatever, because if I want to delete it, I can
ban
delete it.
'em.
But when they come into my stream, into my chat room, and to me, it's promotion. It's self-promotion. And it's like,
It is
this is not what the
self-promotion.
chat room's for. The chat room's for people to come in and either talk about, maybe they want to talk about their life, what's going on in their world, which is great. That's always welcome. Maybe something funny happened. They want to share it. Great. Maybe they want to talk about my stream, something that happened in my stream. Great. Some funny moment happened. Great. That's what the chat room's there for, and I'm assuming that's what it's there on majority of people on the platform.
For sure.
But self-promotion is usually not something that's welcome in chat rooms.
No,
So.
it isn't. It's a bad idea.
So I don't.
For anything, any kind of self-promotion, it's just not a good thing. It's just not a good way to go about it.
At the very least, just DMs, right? Because those can be ignored without. But
Dr. Lucen says, this one weird trick can save you plenty of money on streaming essentials.
it's gonna be
Really?
the name.
You got to tell me about it this weekend.
That's gonna be the title of the podcast one of these days. This one weird trick.
This one weird trick can get you, a million likes on Teeker Talker.
Hey, guys, if you're listening, share it. All right, share the podcast. Say this
That's
is
something
this.
we need to do.
This podcast will get you 1 million likes.
We need to, I'm talking to our future selves here, but we need to shoot something to post on TikTok about the podcast.
Yeah, you said
Is that
next year.
something
You
we-
said just do it next year.
Oh, did I say that? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Well,
whatever. Okay, we'll wait till
Past
the new
me
year.
knows best. That sounds great.
But
Sounds great. Wow, this kind of went off the rails a little bit, but that's fine. Because
such thing as going
the
off
news
the
section.
rails.
Yeah. So what have you been watching lately? Anything?
I've been watching. I've been watching a show called House, and it's an older, medical show, whatever you call those shows, medical drama, whatever.
Medical dramas.
Yeah, something like that, right? It's definitely older, and I think they ended in 2012, and there's 8 seasons. So 2004 they started. So
Yeah, that math checks out.
it's been a good show. It's literally a little less geared towards drama so far, and it's probably so far like one of my favorite medical like shows I've been watching. So
Then you would like ER. ER is so.
you said that I would like ER, so it's definitely gonna have to be something I get into watching. But yeah, House has been great. It's been something I put
ER
on.
is
and-
even older, but it was on for I think 15 years, so it starts off old, but like it's still, I think it finished in 2009.
yeah.
Dr. Lucen says he loves House. Last season not so great though. House is better than ER. I will have to watch House and get back to you on that. MASH is also another great doctor hospital show, but it's set in wartime Korea, which is really, really cool. House is a drug addict. Rude too. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Good. Man, Ken, I love Freddie Highmore. He's one of my favorite actors. And so when he started Good Doctor, I was all about it. I loved it so much. It was so good. And then, I think last season, the first season after COVID, and it's like a hospital show. They're gonna do an episode on COVID. That came and went. That was fine. But then it seemed like every episode turned into like this politically correct bullshit, and I just don't care to see that when I want to be in my downtime and enjoying something on television. I would just rather not. If I'm going to do
That's
that, I
fair.
may as well watch the news, and I don't want to watch the news.
Yeah, I don't watch
And
the
he
news.
says-
I don't know.
And he says, House is great. Of course it is. English actors are obviously the best. Fake news. Like, yeah, you have some good actors over there, but the best? No.
Nah.
That's a fake statement there, Andy.
Disagree.
There are some really great actors, that come from across the pond, but not all of them are the
I
best.
don't watch TV. Everybody
I don't
watches a
like-
TV show, right? Something gotta be. Well, then again, I guess, we're in the days, YouTube's there.
Streaming, by
Yeah.
watching TV, I mean, you're sitting in front of a screen and something is playing on it, be it, YouTube or a stream or Netflix or whatever, whatever.
Yeah, I do that a lot too.
tickles
That's
your
actually
fancy. Yeah.
why I get through like one TV show, like every few months, is because I actually spend most of my time watching streams. Like Twitch, there's a lot of times I do that. I go to sleep watching Twitch instead of just putting on a show.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
but
You don't watch Netflix either.
well, you're watching Twitch right now.
You supply actors that play baddies. Yes. Can't agree. A lot of the villain bad boys of Hollywood are English, and they're usually pretty good at it. Like the guy that played Voldemort, for example, or Alan Rickman. You know, great guys. I finally watched Top Gun Maverick. Phenomenal movie. I really enjoyed it, and now I'm kind of wishing I did go see it on the big screen. I can see how it could have been very appealing, seeing it in an actual theater. Really,
A lot of people enjoyed it. I heard really good things about that movie.
It is.
So
It's really good. It is really, really.
I haven't
good.
watched it.
I really enjoyed it. It's good. 10 out of 10. It's going to be coming on Paramount. I think it's coming to Paramount Plus streaming services.
yeah, I'm not subscribing to
here
another
shortly.
streaming service. All right.
I'm already subscribed to it. I got a bone to pick with them too, because Yellowstone is a show put out by Paramount Network. We don't have Paramount Network through the cable, like through Xfinity, but I have Paramount Plus. So I haven't watched any of the season 5 episodes of Yellowstone thinking, oh, I can just binge watch and get caught up. I go to Paramount Plus, Yellowstone is not there. So I'm really pissed off right now because I
Damn.
pay for Paramount Plus and one of their main shows isn't on there. So I'm really upset about that because I want to get my Kevin Costner on and I can't. Thanks a lot, Paramount.
Wow.
God.
Streaming
Just
services
jump
suck.
off a mountain.
New title: Streaming
suck.
services suck. Games suck. World sucks. What doesn't suck? Me, I don't suck.
I plead the fifth on that one.
But yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I was very disappointed that I couldn't go binge watch, freaking Yellowstone. Tendrick says we need to bring back Tendrick's Worldwide Cinema. Jellybean says your vacuum cleaner. Lejean Brame says, holy shit, Bravo Chick, I watched your stuff like 5 years ago and I just saw your name in Rocket League and I was wondering where I knew your name from. You saw my name in Rocket League. I'm not playing Rocket League. Are you saying there's an imposter out there?
There's always an
This is
imposter.
Bummer.
Always an imposter. There's
There's
always
a fake Bravo Chick out there. I don't know there's a fake Bravo Chick on Twitter. But,
right. There's a Nickinator on Twitch. Or yeah, on Twitch. There's a Nickinator on Twitter. There's one. I don't know. I don't know who they are. All right, guys. So tell them to delete their account so I can get the username.
There you go. Yeah, go harass at Bravo Chick and tell them that they're fake. No, don't do that. That would be awful. I'm still watching ER. Like I said, there are a ton of ER freaking episodes, seasons. So I'm to the point where it's all new to me because I stopped watching ER around the time when Dr. Carter left the show. So I'm into new territory for me anyway. And I watch weird things on YouTube. I think Noctilucent can speak to this because he had to watch some of it this past weekend, probably very painfully, thinking, "Why do you watch this? Why am I sitting here watching this Appalachian woman talk about the vocabulary of the Appalachia?" But yeah, 2 new YouTube channels I'm really getting into right now are Celebrating Appalachia and the Presley Girls YouTube channel. I don't know. I love to watch.
I've never
and
heard of
observe
this stuff.
Yeah. They're not big channels or anything like that. They're just I
couldn't even tell you what the biggest channel on YouTube is right now. All right.
Oh, me neither. But
I can't even tell you what the biggest Twitch channel is, and I'm on that site every day. I don't know what the
no
biggest I don't know. I think it's.
I've never found like the largest of the large very appealing anyway, because I like to interact.
No, I've been in
with the streamers
certain
and like
streams. I've seen the chat room.
freaking if the chat room is going by like a freaking end scene credit, you're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna know.
Have you ever played a game like a streamer simulator game? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like a YouTube simulator game? Have you ever like at least seen one of them?
Yeah.
Have you seen their like the chat room, right? And I swear to God, like the biggest thing I see is like Omega Law or Poggers, and I'm always like, whose chat is like that, right? Because I'm like,
right.
I watch streams all the time, and it's usually just a fairly standard chat, right?
Yeah.
Until I've recently started going into some bigger streams, and that's exactly their chat. Just Omega Law, just up the whole thing, or Poggers, or and it's. I'm like, this just looks like bots just fucking doing the same shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just what their chat looks like. I'm like, I don't know, like how you can even get anything from this chat.
That's silly.
Mr. Beast is apparently the biggest YouTube channel.
Mr.
I mean, that makes
Beast.
sense because I've heard of Mr. Beast, but I wouldn't have known that's the biggest YouTube channel.
I've heard of Mr. Beat. He's like a geography guy.
You haven't heard of Mr. Beast?
No, can't say that I have. I heard of what was the guy that got kicked off? Dr. Dreadful or something like that.
Don't even know what that is.
Doctor something. He got kicked off. I had heard of him, and I watched him a couple times. I'm like, I don't know. I think, wow, clap. But like, I guess, Dr. Disrespect. That's it. I had heard of
okay,
him.
yeah.
I didn't care for him personally. Thought he was a bit of a dick, but I think that's just the character he was playing.
That's the character he plays. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the character.
Which is fine, I guess. Because you do get some streams that like they do play a character while they're streaming. Which I
His
guess,
entire brand is that character. So like anytime he's
right. Which
in public, that's his character.
there is a subtle difference between like Bravo Chick and Wendy. Like I try to be more energetic and more, I don't know, flamboyant or something like that, you know. And if there's something hanging in the air waiting to be said, I'll just say it, you know. Like if there's a punchline there, I'm gonna say it, you know, stuff like that. Whereas like if I'm just me, like I am right now, you know, I might pass some of that up. I guess. I don't know. I'm probably just getting weird.
No, you're sharing some stuff. You know, we're all here. We're all human.
It's been weird. It's a weird podcast. This is weird.
Episode
but, you know,
13.
Like
It's a weird number.
Like weird. Oh yeah, yeah.
We're just following.
We're all gonna die.
We're just, you know, we're trying to follow the theme. All right, so.
There's a theme.
No.
I didn't get that memo. Tuned into Amaranth once. So this is rubbish. I don't even know who that is.
I do.
There was someone that when I first got on Twitch,
I
Andy
shake my
and
head
I
at that stream all the time.
used to freaking love to hate on this streamer because like she had everything showing but the areola. You know, the brown.
Oh, that's
spot
basically this
on the
Amaranth
booby.
person, right? That's
Yeah, and
same thing.
Then she starts, like, it's all satirical. She starts like accusing other girls of being cam girls and giving gamer girls a bad name. You know, it's just all satirical, and I'm like nails on a chalkboard with that streamer. Like, I did not like her at all. But yeah.
TikTok
Andy
Live's
didn't
pretty
either.
bad. TikTok Live is, oh my God. There is, I swear
Probably
the
like
girls
full
on there,
frontals or something on there. Yeah.
they do everything to show as much as they can.
Why don't they just go to OnlyFans? They would make so much more money.
So they do this because TikTok has more, like, that's where they get like their viewers from, right? And then they'll do all this stuff to get people to follow them on there and then go to their OnlyFans. That's the whole.
That is so stupid.
All right, Ken. It's nice seeing you, man.
Don't work too hard there, Ken.
But look, there's a lot of great stuff on TikTok. I've actually come across a lot of good stuff like gaming and a lot of very interesting
the same way
things,
about
right?
Twitch. There's a lot of great stuff on Twitch, but there is a corner of Twitch that I just can't stand. Yes, exactly, Knocked Loose, and they do it on Twitch too, you know, with their body painting, and they're literally got their boob out and they're painting it, but it's like, oh, you can't accuse them of that, Bravo. You'll get canceled. Oh, go ahead and cancel my ass. I'll be happy.
Oh, there's still like, you know, body painting is, you know, it's an art, right? So.
Is it really though?
Hey.
Okay, so what if a streamer decides to start taking crap and just rubbing it on the walls, and as long as they're in the art category, like that's
well, somebody wants to watch that, then somebody wants to watch that. What if somebody thinks about that with me? They're playing a game and they're just talking some fucking rubbish all over it. Call of Duty. And I don't know. I'm just saying, right?
I just think there's a better... I was just trying to think of the most ridiculous example, Andy, of something you could stream, get away with on Twitch and call it art. I don't know where I am on body art.
Business Cat says, I tried TikTok for my bike touring, but couldn't take it. Don't like the way you consume the content. And that's completely fair. TikTok is definitely a different way. It's very fast paced. You know, you're flipping through. It's definitely a different way. And it's a more recent way because that's how all the kids are. They're flipping through the thing, trying to get like consume as much as they possibly can in, you know, a little bit of time.
Bravo, are you thinking of switching? The only context I can think of that is like, you know, batting for the other team. And no, Andy, no. I like the pole, not the hole, okay? Sorry. Sorry, that one dream you're having, Andy, is not going to come true. That's the only thing I can think of. No, that's not what you meant. Do I think it? Well, what am I switching to? Crap, I don't know. I mean,
see, it's not for everybody to the TikTok, but
nothing's wrong with body paint. I just think it's kind of silly that. Well, okay. Ooh, I got it. What if a dude has his dick out and he's painting a nice elephant and he's painting the dick, you know, as the trunk of the elephant? That's art. Can't block that, Twitch. That is art. Nope. Can't ban it. Cannot. If you're not gonna ban some woman for having her boob out and painting it, calling it body art, then there's actually no sugar in this, Andy. This is a LaCroix. No sugar at all. Maybe I'm having an...
All right, we know what I'm streaming tomorrow.
We're gonna...
I'm sorry.
I'm doing some body paint.
Oh my god, I can't believe. Elephant trunk.
Yeah, sure. Or a snake. Why not? You could paint George on your junk and be like, let's make George dance, you know? It's body art.
I can't even take you serious.
You're painting. Obviously, one is a sexual organ. Boobs aren't.
There is that thing where, like, you know, there's that argument where it's like free the boobs or whatever, free the nipple. That's what it is, right? You go because like guys can go out and have their nipples showing.
Sure, free the nipple, free the shaft.
So this is the thing; they're doing it on their boobs, but they're not doing it like on, they're not doing it on their vaginas. I don't think I've opened up a Twitch stream and they're doing the painting there.
Give it time. Because someone is gonna paint their snatch, and then they're gonna get banned, and then they're gonna go to Twitch and on Twitter they're gonna complain about it, and there's gonna be like this incredible uproar over it, like, how dare you ban her? She was doing art. You know, she's painting.
Oh, I'll show you art. All right, I'll show some fucking art.
How dare you do that?
The moment I see something.
And then
Like
Twitch is going to be like, you're right, we're going to let this lady paint with her pussy. It's going to be great. But at the same rate, if a dude comes on and tries to do that with his junk, it's not like, man, the dick gets, the penis gets shafted.
Literally.
There's so much prejudice against the penis, and I'm standing up for the penis. It's time to bring the penis back.
Look, if I see that happen on Twitch, the moment I might have to capitalize on it because it would be the new thing. So I'm gonna be one of the first to it. You will see a painting, with a snake or elephant or whatever you want to think of it. All right.
Oh my god, I don't know. I think time and place for everything, and I like to think of Twitch as this great platform for video gamers, and I know there's a lot more to it, and there's a lot of really cool stuff people do out there, including art.
I get that it started off as, gaming, and it is like that gaming site, but at the end of the day, if your business doesn't adapt to how the world is changing, you're not going to succeed. So it is a content creator platform. So
okay,
it's a content creator platform.
You just can't content create with your cock.
Exactly.
Sucks.
Exactly.
Unless you get a
Father
reach.
Fancy says, "What have I walked into?" And
Oh God, what have you walked into? I don't know. Weird, random episode 13 shit.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but this is where we're at. We're still talking about content creator and Twitch, so
Yeah,
we're on track.
Let's move on. It's all started with body painting, and that went in a very weird direction. And now let's move to another. Bring out the quotes. What kind of quote you got for me, Nick?
Life is only precious because it ends.
Kid.
Well, kid, yeah. This was because it was in a book. It was in a book that I'm reading, and it was like directed to, a character in the book. But that quote can end right there. Life is only precious because it ends. And
That's
if we all had infinite life, what the heck would we do? What would we do? We would just sit there, well, I got infinite life, so I don't got to do anything right now.
Yeah, there would be no retiring. You would be in an infinite loop of work.
There wouldn't be that motivation to, I got to, do this before I die.
Right.
There wouldn't. Well, I guess technically you could still, die.
You have more time to get shit done.
Maybe actually it means immortal,
So
never.
this is something I've always find fascinating. You are immortal. The sun fucking blows up, takes everything and everyone with them. Are you just floating around in space because you can't die?
I don't know.
It would be very painful, because you would live through like a million nuclear bombs going off or something like that. It would be that intense. That would hurt. That would feel like, you know what I mean? But it's like, what happens? It's kind of the end of
Some deep thoughts here. Look,
it's like
maybe you still do. Maybe you are floating through space and.
Well, you can't die. So what happens?
No idea. Maybe you take on a new
confusing
form.
Immortal with and impervious. Oh, am I? Okay. Well, that's a great way to bring in my quote, which is, at any moment, I feel like I can be one of two things. The smartest dumb person in the room, or the dumbest smart person in the room. Not according to the flat earth people, you can't get there.
I've told you, all right? The earth is flat. I've said this before. The earth is flat.
You can say it all you want.
I've explained this to you. I've said how much, water is on Earth.
A lot.
And how much of that is carbonated? How much of it is carbonated? And if it's not carbonated, what is it? It's flat.
No.
If it's not carbonated,
called waves, and all the stars twinkle. For a minute.
Look.
I don't get the flat Earth people. I always say, like, if you truly believe in your heart that it's a flat Earth, then go to the equator and start walking east or west and just keep going. Eventually, you're going to wind up back where you were. Eventually.
There's definitely an argument for that. There's definitely another counter argument for that one too.
Of course,
I can't remember what it is.
There's always a counter argument for stupid shit.
Please, if you do think the Earth is flat, please
unapologetic.
bring your arguments in. I would like to hear
Yeah,
them.
I am unapologetic to flat Earth people. Y'all can go fly a kite for all I care, because I think you about some of the dumbest human beings walk planet of the Earth.
Would you be able to fly a kite on a flat Earth?
Nope, sure wouldn't.
Well, maybe you would.
No
I don't know.
kites on flat Earth. Nope. It's a disc.
I don't know.
Duh.
Look, I need some arguments here, all right? Somebody tell me why the Earth is flat. I gave you my
Equator would
reason.
be a circle on a plane. All right. So we're gonna open up 2 new segments here. You know, I got these Would You Rather and 3,000 question books about me, so I thought it'd be fun to integrate these into the podcast, and we're just gonna go in order. So we're gonna start with, like, maybe we'll do 1 or 2, and then maybe one day we'll make it to number 3,000. How about that?
All right, let's do it.
And
Let's
NASA
go.
spends billions just to keep up the line. Sounds
Look,
legit.
Fancy said, you know what I can't believe is that COD makes $1 billion and it still crashes, and that was actually a segment near the beginning of the podcast. I did.
That was,
I had my
yeah.
rant. I had my rant. So.
Yeah, it was very ranty at the beginning, and it's just gotten weird since. Number 1 of 3,000 questions about me. What is your idea of perfect happiness?
Oh my God! All right, so we're getting deep up in here.
Getting deep on episode 13. Let go.
Idea of perfect happiness. Let's see here. My idea of perfect happiness is a world where you don't have to think about things that stress you out, right? Mm-hmm. That's not a thing. There's no, whether it be, I guess the biggest thing that stresses people out is probably money. I would assume is most people's biggest stressor.
Money doesn't buy happiness, but it would solve a lot of problems. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It definitely 100%. Like that's where it comes down to.
But just because you have a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be.
But another one could be, I don't know, maybe having to get something done in a time frame. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Maybe a world without that, where you can just completely relax, not have to worry. I guess I've used the word worry. About anything. And be able to just do what you want to do. It could be different for everybody. So for me, it would be, being able to play video games without them crashing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like that,
My perfect happiness would be a subdivision built in a mountain range, like mountains on all sides, but with, like, the fastest internet in the world. And everyone that I love and care about lives in this subdivision. And, we're always having, like, dinner parties and of course I'd still be streaming my butt off. And a lot of the people from streaming, like you, Nick, and Trucker, and Andy, and Tendrick, and, all these people would live in this subdivision, all my family, my friends, and my loved ones. And, like, there'd be a beautiful creek that ran through there, and we'd all have the super fastest internet in the world, and we'd have a
I don't even need that. I just need internet that just doesn't go down ever and is good enough for what I need it for.
We'd have a personal jet to be flown by Bryant, and we could go anywhere in the world anytime we want.
All right, you just explained what I couldn't explain.
That's my definition of a perfect happiness. What is your greatest fear?
My greatest fear? I've never even thought about this because there's not a whole lot that makes me scared. You know what I mean? But greatest fear.
Andy says being a Man United fan.
My greatest fear usually has to do with other people because I personally don't have many fears that relate personally to me. It's more on just other people. So I don't know. seeing others around me maybe in a state of deadly pain.
Yeah.
If it's for pain, like, you know, the average day stuff, I'm like, whatever, fuck. But like, you know, when it becomes deadly, that's when it's like different.
Have a good night there, Jelly Bean. Thanks for hanging out. For the longest time, my greatest fear was snakes, but I'm slowly getting over that, and that's kind of cool.
I've been seeing. It's been great.
Yeah. I have been getting anxiety about like being caught in an active shooter situation.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like I went to the gas station about 3 weeks ago, and I got behind this guy in line who freaking, like, he had his backpack and he had on like a hat and sunglasses, and then he turns around to me and he goes, "Oh, I'm not in line." I'm like, oh, okay. And then he just gets out and he's just wandering around, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? And I was like, let me get up here, get what I need, and get the hell out of here, because I was like, oh God, I don't like that situation.
I just want to raise another thing, all right? Imagine this world where you have to worry about maybe being shot. I've never had that fear.
Welcome to America.
There you go. Like, this is a problem, and we see this, we talked about all the time, is, you know, they're in a world where
nothing will ever get done, Nick. Nothing will.
Yeah.
All they're going to do is march out their little thoughts and prayers, and that's all they're going to do.
Right.
And their thoughts and prayers aren't working.
Yep.
But what are you going to do?
But
you have, like,
here in Canada, I've never had to worry about, you know, obviously every once in a while something does happen. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's not something you see on daily news all the time.
It's not anything that I'm going to let scare me into not living.
Exactly.
But I guess I just become more, you know, I've always been very self-aware of my surroundings. But it's something I guess I'm being even more, like my sense I feel is more heightened now. Just because that would be awful. That would be awful to be put in that situation.
But I don't know. People do like take on, you know, the whole gun talk to be controversial, and yeah. I will stand by. I don't get it, the whole gun thing that America has going on, but you know, that's me as a Canadian.
Either all that much, but you know, this isn't a political thing. This isn't a political podcast, so we don't steer right around that.
I'm sorry, people dying to guns is not political, so.
I agree.
It isn't.
100%. I'm with you.
So it just comes down to the people in America.
Not the people of America. Those that are in charge. Those that go to Washington D.C. on our quote unquote behalf. So. Anyhow, we're gonna switch to would you rather. Number 1, would you rather lose an arm or a leg?
Leg.
I'd rather lose an arm.
Leg.
Without my right arm.
I can still play my video games just fine.
You couldn't walk, though.
I'm sitting right now. I don't need to walk. I sit down most of my day.
You couldn't drive.
Put a prosthetic leg on, and I'll still be able to do just as much as I did before. But with gaming, I can't control a mouse as accurate or use a keyboard as accurately with a prosthetic. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that. How if you lose an arm, video gaming becomes you know, infinitely more difficult. But I think I'd figure it out anyway. You know, I guess that's where VR could kick in. I've
seen a lot of cool things like on TikTok and Twitch. Like these people do these crazy like contraptions to play a game. Oh, like, yeah. I know somebody that doesn't have any, like, you know, limbs missing or anything. He uses a flute to play COD.
There's a quadriplegic streamer I used to watch, and literally played everything with like his mouth. It was wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. So there's definitely ways to learn. Like, I think I was reading like how fast the brain can adapt, that if you were to put on glasses that like turn the world upside down, it would take less than a week for your brain to adjust and just think that the world is the right side up.
That would give me a headache. Would you rather be too hot or too cold? I'd rather be too cold. I can't
Probably too
stand
cold.
To be hot. I hate to be too hot.
I love warmth. I love warmth, but when you become too hot, it's very unbearable.
It's
very, very unbearable.
It's miserable.
There's definitely,
you know, especially if you don't have a way of cooling off right away. Like if you had a pool or a beach or something, yeah, get hot and then go jump in. But
I don't enjoy being cold at all.
hot.
I really don't, but
I can get warm a lot faster than I can get.
but if you're talking about like extreme sides of the scale, then yeah, probably cold. I don't. You can only take off so many clothes.
But you can put on an infinite amount.
Yeah.
Technically, maybe not really. Eventually, you're gonna be like the kid off of a Christmas Story, be like, ah, your arms are up, like.
Yeah,
but yeah, last week was Thanksgiving here in America. I had a great Thanksgiving with my family, and then James came over and we hung out over the weekend. That was really good. It was a lot of fun. Have you done any Christmas shopping?
Nope.
Yet? Nope. Nothing. You got nothing. You didn't do any Black Friday or Cyber.
I'm a broke
Monday?
college student. All right. And
true.
to be fair, too, like I haven't been able to do online shopping because my credit card's been deactivated, which I just figured out now, and they're sending a new card or something. I don't know.
Oh no!
I just didn't bother with it because I'm like, well, I don't really need it, right? This is like over a month ago, like a month and a half ago. But I finally got around to it last week. I called, and they're sending a new card out or something. I don't know, some fraud alert, something happened on their end, and now they just want to send me a new card with new numbers. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Fun.
So.
I haven't done any shopping, but I got stuff sitting in my cart on Amazon that I'm gonna be ordering here really, really soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very
And
nice.
one last word about Twitter. I seen this. Someone tweeted out there, was like, it feels like there is an ad for every 4 tweets now, and I kind of agree with that. Twitter is really getting shit on right now. I still like it. My thing is, if you don't like someone on Twitter, then don't follow them. You don't have to read their tweets.
Some people
I
have
don't know
this
why
like
that's
this
so-
FOMO, right? That they feel like they're gonna, miss out if they don't
It's so
follow this stuff and be a
stupid.
part of it, right? A lot of people have heavy FOMO, fear of missing out.
I get fear of missing out, but I don't get following someone you dislike. That's like following people you don't like on YouTube or on Twitch. That's like what's the guy's name on YouTube that was like the guy for the longest time? What was
The
his
guy.
name? The guy.
Explain this guy.
Oh, he was the guy. PewDiePie. PewDiePie. I didn't like PewDiePie, so I didn't watch his stuff. But it's like
I didn't have
so
anything
many
against
people-
him, but it's like
I didn't either, but
Yeah.
I just didn't get into his stuff. But people, so many people love to like hate watch him, and I'm like, that's
It's
how
a
you
thing.
spend
It's a
your
thing.
time?
It's-
Like really, I don't know. I'd rather belly up to the Nickinator stream or to the Sergeant Pepper stream and watch that and be happy than to go rage hate and watch someone I don't like or read someone's tweets that I don't like. But anyway, some people like to be miserables. That's right, Show Dog. I think a lot of people, especially in today's day and age, they just wake up with an attitude. You know what I mean? And I don't get it. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy.
I woke up miserable this morning.
You did?
Yeah. Only internally though.
I was kind of pissed off
Only
yesterday,
internally.
I'm not gonna lie. So yesterday I had an appointment with my hematologist, fancy word for blood doctor, that I see for my anemia, and I thought they were just gonna, check my iron levels and do all that, and usually that takes like 15-20 minutes tops. And I get in there, and when I walk into the room, she's got like this whole thing set up to do an IV, and I'm like, no, I'm just here to get some blood drawn. She's like, oh no, honey, you're here to get another treatment. So that pissed in my Cheerios right off the bat, because usually when I go to get an iron treatment, I take something to drink with me, and I take my iPad with me, or I take something to keep me entertained. So I was
Of course.
I was kind of teed off that like, oh, I thought I was just here to get blood and do that little song and dance. But it wasn't so bad because Dr. Carter, he had brought in this huge big screen, and they had apparently been watching all the World Cup games. So I did have the USA and Iran game to entertain me.
That's been going on. Yeah, I've been watching the FIFA. You know, it's getting there. It's getting closer to the end. We're almost out of the group stages and to
doing
the.
like I think they said America made it to the 16.
Yeah, they made it to the top 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's good.
And Canada's, I don't know. They've never been a great
Canada's
soccer
gone.
team. They've never been a great soccer team.
Apparently, we're USA set to face the Netherlands.
Netherlands, which is the
And I
team
guess
I'm cheering for now.
And well, I guess that they weren't in the World Cup 4 years ago, so apparently they got a fire in their belly to do well. So, should be a good game.
The Netherlands, fun fact,
Let's go America.
holds the record for being in the most World Cups without winning.
Without ever winning. Oh,
But they've been in the top like finals. They've been in the finals like many times. So they're a good team, but they just can't get that dub.
Yeah, well, they've been singing "It's Coming Home, It's Coming Home." Hey, 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 it's coming home from England for a long time now too. Ain't that
fair.
right, Andy?
That's fair. But yeah, no, I'm cheering for the Netherlands out here. So
All right. Well, I doubt I'll even watch it, but go America. Let's go USA. Let's
I'll be
go.
watching. Here, I see. What is it? Noctilucent here says I do the hate following just to keep tabs
You
on
do the hate
people.
following
So I
just
just
to keep tabs on people.
just got a question. Why do you feel you need to keep tabs on people that you don't like?
Andy, to be honest, I hate the song. It's so cringe. It's coming home. It's coming home. Tell the world it's coming home. Yeah, I don't
know. Get that song out. Stop. I agree with Andy. For me, it's a celebration times. I like that. I like
The
that song.
Netherlands crack under pressure, says Kacha.
Right?
Oh boy. Well, Americans have
They
a.
had a better team before. I had a better
Yeah.
team.
They have done a Christmas version. I'm gonna. No. Don't.
To
I don't want it in my
anticipate the
ear holes.
coming conspiracy theories. Interesting.
Oh, I think I know who he's like, kind of people he's talking about. Anyway,
Interesting. Okay.
I think that kind of wraps it up. It's been a weird one.
It's been a weird
weird places.
episode for sure. It's been different.
It has. It's been very different. Kinda
We'll come
weird.
back. We'll have it a little bit, a little bit more under control out of the weirdness next week, which will be the what? What kind of podcast is this coming up, Wendy?
Oh, it's the Gaming Awards special.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that one.
Oh, yeah. So in 2 weeks, we will be having our year-end wrap. We'll be wrapping up here for the rest of 2022. For the next episode, which will be December 14th, will be the final episode of GBBS for 2022, and then we'll be back sometime in January.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted on that one. We don't have the exact dates, but probably within the first couple weeks of January.
Yeah.
We'll be back for podcast episode
For sure.
whatever 15 or I don't know. Feels like the numbers just keep going up and
Yeah. Where does the time go? It's weird.
but yeah, it's been a pleasure being here.
It has been fun. Yep. I am Wendy at BravoChick10 on Instagram and on Twitter, and at BravoChick on Twitch and TikTok.
And if you missed it at the beginning, because I totally said my socials at the very beginning of the podcast, I am Nickinator. Nickinator15 on Twitch. All right. I've been doing this dual streaming with Twitch and YouTube lately. On YouTube, I do have the social just Nickinator, at Nickinator, which is fantastic. But Twitch, I can't get it. Somebody took my name.
Feels so sad, man.
But I'm on Instagram as well as the real Nickinator is what I'm on Instagram. So, you can see my beautiful face on there. It's been.
Don't if you liked this episode, Which I mean, it was one wild ride. You know, make sure you share this wild ride with your family and your friends, and
Make
if
your
you
dog watch it
listen-
too.
Yeah, make the dog watch it. Let the cat listen in. And give us some them lovely 5-star ratings. We'd really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.